blessed, we are gifted. So I want to see that Ogun State that will develop.
On the 29th of May 2011, Senator Ibikunle Amosun became the fourth democratically elected governor of Ogun State on the then platform of the Action Congress of Nigeria (ACN). Following his swearing-in, Senator Ibikunle Amosun outlined a 5-point cardinal program to rebuild Ogun State aimed at ensuring the welfare, prosperity and security of the people of Ogun State. The 5-point cardinal programs include affordable qualitative education, efficient healthcare delivery, increased agricultural production and industrialization, affordable housing and urban renewal, rural and infrastructural development and employment generation. Education is a sector where Ogun State has excelled in comparison with other states. In 2012, a sum of 4.08 billion naira was paid as monthly subvention to all tertiary institutions in the state. The government has invested heavily in this sector, providing free qualitative education, textbooks, as well as the purchase and distribution of laboratory equipment.
The first thing we did was to recreate those glorious era of our late sage, about of blessed memory. You remember that, and again, this is without taking anything away from our brothers and sisters across the country. We are number one in education. This is where the cradle of civilization of education is where everything started from. You are the first to have access to Western education. We are even the first to introduce free education. So why did we manage to drop the ball? So for me, immediately we came in, of course, education now became, we made it totally free, compulsory and free, qualitative education at that. For primary, indeed, we are trying to cash them young now. Right. So it's now from nursery to primary to secondary school. The only one that we cannot totally make free is a tertiary institution. But even that one is heavily subsidized. So those are the areas where immediately we came in, it's like we were hungry to make sure that, of course, we revive those glorious era back. And that's what we did. We realized that a lot of things is missing. The infrastructures are not there. So what did we do? We said we want Operation 100 School in the 100 days. We want massive renovation we went on massive renovation of our schools.
In line with UNESCO's recommendation, 22 to 23% of the state's budget is annually dedicated to education. Senator Amosun has also supervised construction of 15 model schools with boarding facilities.
We realized that a lot of things is missing. The infrastructures are not there. So what did we do? We said we want Operation 100 School in the 100 days. We want massive renovation we went on massive renovation of our schools, which today is yielding positive results.
The mission to rebuild Ogun State, embarked upon by the Senator Ibikunle Amosun-led administration, also includes efficient healthcare being upgraded to international standard.
It has been demonstrated that the best way of tackling health challenges is to go back to the basis where the masses are. You take the burden off all the states and general hospitals. Once you make sure that your primary health centers are very active and functional. So when we realize that we have 236 wards in the state, we now ask ourselves, how many of these primary care centers are functional? Again, because I don't want to be saying this is what we meant, this is what we meant, probably at best under 20, then you know there's a problem. To the glory of God today, we have not yet gone up to the 236. We are definitely clearly over 100. I cannot tell you on top of my brain. In the first 100 days, I think we finished about, it was to 50. We did about 47. Through MDG, all of these efforts that our local governments are doing, and even some that we did later, we are clearly over 100. But again, the mapping that they did, we will be needing about 600.
To accomplish this, certain steps were taken to rebuild the healthcare sector and empower communities in Ogun State. Such steps include the recruitment of medical personnel at the Olabisi Onabanjo University Teaching Hospital, the training of community workers from various local government areas across the state, and the provision of various hospital amenities to health centers across the state, to mention a few.
Don't forget that I said that before we came, we do not have up to 50 doctors. And I'm not just saying this for the camera. But today, we have, I know that I don't have the precise number, but I know that there's no way our doctors will not be in excess of 200 now. We have taken in excess of maybe almost 2,000 medical personnel. You know, there will be dentists, the matron, the nurses, the midwife, other health technicians, but those that are doctors, I'm sure maybe about 200 or so, or probably a little bit more. And not only that, we now realize that we need to modernize, of course, our tools. There are modern tools, modern equipment, modern way of doing things. Even those are hospitals that we have. Some of them have been built before I was born. You don't have OMM, all those equipment, all those machines, scanning things, they don't have that. Even the way we do ultrasound machine, how you will build the place, is not the way it was built there. So what did we do? We have 9 federal constituencies. We now realize that, wait a minute, aside from the primary healthcare center that we are doing, let us do a medium-sized hospital in all our 9 federal constituencies. Again, we have started. We have finished one completely. We are going ahead with the other 9.
The agricultural sector is another major sector being transformed by the Senator Ibikunle Amosun-led administration. Ogun State, being an agrarian state, has been empowered by the current administration to become self-sufficient in the area of food production.
Of course, I told you that agriculture that will lead us to industrialization. Agriculture will do so many things for us. 1, we'll be able to feed ourselves. Number 2, we'll be able to employ our people. That is one key challenge that we have. If we are able to get our agricultural sector right, we want to feed ourselves, we employ our people, we create wealth for our people, and we make money. Because when it is well done, indeed you will see that whatever we grow, and that is the idea, we must process. Look at nursing there. They need cassava, they need starch. Among some other raw material byproducts that they need. They're in Ogun State because they believe that yes, we are number one in cassava. They want cassava, they need cassava. So because of that, they start their company here. So that encourages us, our farmers, to say that, oh, whatever cassava you can grow, you can plant, we have off-takers for you. Just recently, ethanol, the first ethanol plant factory opens in Nigeria, in Agbada, here in Ogun State. What do they need? Cassava. So we went back to the basics and we realized that agriculture will be the thing that will help us, of course, to have this phenomenal growth, phenomenal industrial revolution.
The aim of the government is to ensure that the state is able to sufficiently feed itself, provide farm produce to neighboring states and parts of Africa, which will lead to revenue generation and creation of employment for indigents, in addition to providing raw materials for industries based in the states.
So we are zeroing on areas where we think we have a comparative advantage. Cassava, rice, palm plantation, cocoa, then look at all our oranges, or is it citrus, or is it orange, is it mango, is it banana, is it pineapple, all of those. Just today, it's good for us to mention the Chigu, they are here. They have farms in Ogun, we want them to be here as well. This is where the market is in Lagos. Don't forget that we are Ogun State, we are gateway state too. We have access to the West African sub-region. So if you are in Ogun State, you can make Ogun State your hub, and you'll be feeding all the West African region, which is what Procter & Gamble is doing. Now Ogun State is now a hub. RAC, the biggest manufacturing outfit in ceramics, is here with us. So gradually, through agriculture, we will industrialize our state, because whatever we grow, we must process. And we are using that to encourage our young ones, young graduates, to farm, because that's the way to go really. Instead of them running around to look for white collar job, how many? And that's the problem we have in this state. Everybody wants to work with the government because there are no industries, there are no factories, there are nothing. And for us to attract all of these industries, all of these factories to Ogun State, all our infrastructures must be there. And that's what people don't know. Now with our infrastructure in place, people know that even to move their product, to move whatever, quickly they will. If the security is there, they know that, oh, we can do business here. Our investment is secured. If the environment is conducive, the environment is neat, oh, everybody will even love to live with us here. We want to feed Lagos. We want to house Lagos. We want to move Lagos, and we even want to club Lagos. We're actually moving Lagos now. Because if you look at it, 60% of the people that works even in Lagos more than in the ministry there, particularly those in the middle and lower Kenya, they live in Ogun State. So the question is, oh, why can't we attract those top echelon there to live as well here? And that's what I do. All our top shots in Agbara, I challenge them that, wait a minute, why can't we live here? And that's where we are creating that enabling environment for them to stay, not only work in Ogun State, to live in Ogun State.
In the area of housing and urban development, the Senator Amosun-led administration has made significant impact on the sector in Ogun State.
To make sure that, of course, our cities, Ogun State, is in tandem, is in sync with what best practices, the way it is everywhere else, we realize that we must urbanize our place. We call it urban. It's not possible for us to demolish everywhere, no. But we will begin to at least bring some sanity into our environment. And that leads me to housing too. With the industrialization drive that we are putting in place, of course, we don't want people to be living too far away from where they work. Look at all those people, and we'll be going to Agbara now to open the housing estate that we did. Now people are living very close to where they work. It even reduces their cost of sales because they don't need to travel far. So we are bringing all of those back. Things that people believe can never happen. Things that they see on television, that, oh, this is London, this is this, this is that. It's happening. And I take my, I don't know, the courage, whatever, to push ahead with what those our giants did. The Baba Femi Awolowo of this organized lieutenants. And if I have to look at the one that, yes, we can see, look at Dubai, for instance, because of one soul that was determined.
Within the last 3 years of his administration, construction and sale of various housing units across the 3 senatorial districts has increased. Apart from the construction of infrastructure, The Senator Amosun-led administration has engaged in the renovation of the commissioners and legislative quarters and the renovation of the cultural center. Senator Amosun, who is a visionary leader, continues to increase his contribution to the housing sector. Some of the ongoing projects include the construction of 2 to 4 bedroom detached and semi-detached bungalows and duplexes at Plainfield Estate, the construction of housing units for public servants at the now Christianed Mission 1 Estate under the Home Ownership Housing Scheme, completion of the second phase of Orange Valley Estate, which will also include recreational facilities, comprehensive reconstruction of road network in Opik Estate, Abara and Ibesa.
When you see leaders that are determined, leaders that are courageous, leaders that meant well for the people, of course, they will continue. When I see what Babawolowo of this world and his lieutenant did, of course, I take my inspiration from them. I just say, yes, it's possible. You have the will, you have the courage, and you meant well. For true self-service, you can. They are saying you want to do 60. I said, leave 60-story buildings, not even the floors now. It's about the number of the height. Maybe I'm looking at doing a 1 kilometer. I said, what's bad in that? Because it's not just building. I'm thinking that, oh, by the time, okay, we industrialize this place, everybody will want to come. It will not even be enough. Really. Dubai now, because they are hosting the world, something that they'll be doing in 2020 or so. They told me that they have 800,000 hotel rooms. Now they are pushing it to about 2 million. How many do we have in the entire nation here? Maybe not up to even 100,000 or even 200,000. Look, what is their population?